September 24th, 2023. Second of two podcasts today. Short notice here on a Sunday morning. Just wanted to go over some UFC news and fight announcements. There actually has been a lot lately, Marcel, so it's actually kind of good timing to have this, I think.
Definitely, yeah.
There's been a lot. We'll also do contender series, although that won't be, very long. We'll just go through that, briefly. But let's go through some news and fight announcements, Marcel. I'll pull up your Instagram, or do you want to do contender first? What do you want to do first? You tell me.
Up to you, man. Completely up to you. You're in charge.
I think you know what? Let's just do contender first. Let's just get it out of the way. I think that'd be the best way to do it. So then we'll go to fight announcements and news, and we can take some questions. Now, I will say, guys, I can't be here for that long. I have to go do something around 12, so I can't stay for that long. But we'll definitely take some questions if you jump in here. But I'm thinking we do like 25 minutes. It won't be like the longest podcast here. All right, let me pull this up here, Marcel. We got Antoine in the chat as well. Antoine, what's up, brother? How you doing? All right, let's pull this up, Marcel. We'll do contender first, guys. This is Dana White Contender Series 64. A lot of contender series. Okay, we'll go through this card. So let's start with the main event here. I guess it's the main event. I don't know what you want to call it, but Danny Barlow takes on Raheem Forrest. Barlow's the favorite here, Marcel. I think it seems like left-handed God or something. Yeah, pretty sick nickname. I think he knocks him out. I think this guy's pretty good. What do you think?
Yeah, Forrest took it on short notice, I think. Yeah, Burlinson was supposed to fight, actually. Man, Barlow is pretty... What I've seen from Barlow is pretty good, man. I think Forrest ain't bad either, but I would say Barlow as well.
Pretty good fight, man. Yeah, both guys
How many times we've been wrong, man? You're already
a lot. I mean, we've been a lot, but I do like Barlow. I think he's a good prospect. Yeah. So, Alexander Soldikin against Mario Pianzon. I mean, let me double check the odds. I saw them this morning. I just want to see them again. 1 second. For the first fight, Barlow's minus 150. This fight, Alexander Soldikin minus 400. You like him here? Think he wins?
Yeah, man. I think Piazon isn't there yet, and I think Soldatkin should be able to get the win here.
Nice win streak here, right? Like a lot of fights in a row.
Definitely a good win streak, yeah. But it's like almost a lot of unknown names besides Roger Souza. I know him, but I think he should be able to win. And
I mean, again, I imagine he wins, but you're right. Contender is a lot of upsets. Danny Silva, Angel Pacheco, or Onyel, I guess. I don't really know these guys too well. Silva's a big favorite here, minus 275. I guess he wins. I don't know a lot about this guy, to be honest with you.
I also don't really know, to be really honest, man. So it's hard for me to say.
No, I know. I don't want to give out bad info. Like, I'm just gonna say I don't know. I don't really have the.
That's a good win, Philson. Andregioni, he won against.
For this guy, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, in CFFC. You ask that Zach likes MMA guy. He knows the CFFC guys more than us. Ernesta Karikate against Carly Judice. I don't know.
Carly Judice taking the fight on short notice for Rakhmonov.
Why does she have a different last name than Shavkat? I don't understand. Why do they add the
It's in Russia. In Russia, it's like if you're Russian parts, former Russian parts, is if you're like a girl, you get an A after it.
So you do.
So it becomes Rakhmonova. It's just like in Ireland, in Iceland. You got like Herman's son, but that's like the son of Herman. But if you're a daughter, it's Herman's Datir. So you gotta check in Iceland. A lot of girls' last name is Datir, and with the man, it's son. So it's
fair enough. Anyways, the Judius girl is actually minus 200. She's the favorite, which surprised me.
She's very talented, but she's very inexperienced.
Yeah, and then the last fight, Vinicius Oliveira against Victor Hugo Madrigal. I actually don't see the odds for this fight yet, which is weird. Because they have the odds for the other fight. Let me double check. Yeah, it's not up yet, which is strange. The Victor guy is from Cambache, right? I think. He fought Marcel Rojo, and then he's in the Budo Cento Championship.
I beat Quinones.
Yeah. Where's it, Christian Quinones or whatever? Yeah, he beat him.
No, Jose Quinones.
No, he beat Christian.
No, Jose.
Look.
Oh, he also beat Jose.
You beat them both. Oh, you beat them both. Shit. I just looked at it down here. Yeah, my bad. Sorry. So you beat both the brothers.
Yeah.
Vinicius Oliveira, don't know a lot. Okay, so UAE guy. It's always weird when a guy loses 2 fights ago and gets to the contender. I don't really get that, but he actually also fought Christian Quinones and lost to him. So they have a common opponent. That's weird. Yeah, I don't have odds for this one, guys. Anyways, I watch every week, but it's always tough to know. We're going to go through those new fights in a second here.
Yeah, of course.
Volkan Ardich, is Rakhim a lock? I don't think so. I mean, I think Barlow probably gets it done, but again, they're both pretty good prospects, man. If you have a read on Rakhim, do not let me sway you off of him because it's contender and anything can happen on contender. So
it's really difficult.
It is. All right, I think we're good with that, Marcel. I think let's go to some fight announcements and news now. Are you good with that? UFC news and fight announcements. We'll go to your Instagram, Marcel. Go to Big Marcel 24 on Instagram. We haven't did this in a while. We used to do this all the time when they didn't have the cards every week, like during COVID and stuff. Pull it up here, Mr. Big Marcel. Okay, we'll go through all the fights, guys. So we'll start this one announced this morning. Tajir Ulanbekov against Cody Durden. UFC 296. Yeah, interesting fight. I don't know. I mean, Durden's look good, so he might win this one. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I really like Durden, man. I got to be honest, Tajir hasn't really impressed me so far.
Look at this.
Yeah. I really like Durden in this one, to be honest. So
yeah, I think he might win too. His wrestling is strong. I know Tajir's a good wrestler, but Durden, man, has got that solid grinding style. Vicente, Luque, Ian Garry also announced this morning. I think Ian Garry wins.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I like Garry in this fight, man. Also, are they not both at Sanford or at Killcliff?
Both at Killcliff, yeah. But I feel like Garry is like not really devoted to Killcliff, and
I guess he's leaving then, right? Like, I mean, imagine, right? They can't have him training there, right?
And by the way, which is fun, in the last Garry fight, Gilbert Burns was in his corner. So
this is very weird to me. I got to be honest. Now that because I saw it this morning when I woke up, and I'm just like, oh, it's a good fight. And then I'm like looking at it now, like that is a little weird. I know, but Garry is one of those nomad kind of guys. He goes around, I guess, a little bit, but like I can't imagine they'd be thrilled that that two guys from the same gym are fighting. It's not for a title shot, so it's a little weird. I think it's a little weird personally, but hey, I'm all for it. I'll say that too. I'm all for it. I think guys from the same gym should be fighting because they train and spar together so hard, Marcel. It's like a real fight sometimes in the gym, anyways. Like you might as well get paid for it. It's just this doesn't happen very often, so a little weird. Cerodo MMA. What gym is that? Is that in Brazil?
It's also where Vivi Araújo originally comes
from. It's in Brazil?
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
So maybe he's going back home to Brazil, Vicente Luque. I wonder if he's the one leaving the gym.
I don't know, man. I mean, he originally is from Cerrado MMA, so I don't know, but he's still like, how do you say it? Affiliated with them.
Yeah.
But,
don't you think it's a little weird though? That this thing that's a little strange.
Listen, man, I'm actually James Lynch all the time says it like these guys actually should fight each other, you know, and because listen, man, not all these guys are that close. Listen, Vicente is very close with Gilbert. Gilbert is close with him. They're not going to fight each other.
Yeah, but also
Garry came in the gym like 2 years ago. So
yeah. No, you're right. By the way, I did see this on Twitter. Sean Brady versus Kelvin Gastelum.
I haven't been able to announce it, so or to how do you say that? To confirm it. So I've seen it as well. Yeah.
All right. Clay Guida against Joaquim Silva. That's in the Minnesota card as well. I'd probably lean towards Guida just because of the wrestling and the experience, but you know, Joaquim is dangerous, obviously. I like this fight a lot. Uros Medic against Johnny Parsons. I was hoping it'd be in front of fans, but it's at the Apex, I believe, right? It's the Apex, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Johnny Parsons, though. I liked how he looked against Danny Roberts. What do you think, man?
I like how he looked, but still, man, I'm more on Medic here. I think Medic's really good.
You might be on the opposite ends of this one.
Yeah.
I really liked how Parsons looked in that last fight, man. Although, wait, Medic beat Semmelsberger looked pretty good, too. I think he got dropped and they came back and won, right? Is that what happened? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, anyways, that's an interesting fight. Do you guys think Parsons go far? Not really, but I think he's a fun action fighter. I think Marcel would agree with me on that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I said to Shane Burgos like he looks like your long lost brother with longer hair.
That's funny. He does actually. Joaquim Silva looks like War Machine. I guess a little bit, but man, being compared to War Machine is not good. Although I saw that he's on. Is he back on Twitter? He's got a wife and kid now or something. Like it's fucking.
Yeah,
weird.
He posted pictures. Yeah, I know.
That guy is a fucking psychopath, dude. Straight up, he should be in jail. I don't know if he still is in jail or if he's out, but he should be in jail. Will JDM fight in MSG? Maybe. I don't know. JDM has taken so many fights this year. Like, he probably should take time off. All right, so here's the fight everyone's talking about. That's my pick. When I saw him, I'm just like, why? Like,
we all know why.
They want, obviously, Pimblett to win, but I think Pimblett is not very good. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I don't think he's that good. 4-0 in the UFC, but it's like he should have lost to Gordon. The guys he beat aren't that good. I know Levitt's okay, I guess, but I don't know, man. The other guys with Vargas and the other guy, Ben Germini, are not in the UFC anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ferguson has lost 6 straight fights. I think he'd be tying the record of PJ Penn if he loses 7 straight. Paddy should be the favorite. I think he is the favorite here. He should win the fight, but I just hate it. I just think Tony should not be fighting anymore too, Marcel. I don't know. What do you think about this? Such a weird fight. What do you think?
I fucking knew it when they announced Frivola against Benoit Saint-Denis. I think they're really going to do Tony Paddy, right? And then Dana's like, we're having a great fight. We're going to do Tony against Paddy. I was like, shut the fuck up. You have a microphone in front of you. You don't have to scream in my ear.
No.
I don't like the fight because, they go in a certain direction that they absolutely want Paddy to win. It's also disrespectful to Tony. What even more bothers me, more than this fight, actually, that I see websites, and I gotta give Junkie and Fighting credit. They didn't do it. They posted Paddy is taking on Ferguson. Man, the disrespect for Ferguson, putting him in the blue corner. Fuck off.
I saw that your tweet. You're all angry about that.
Tony is an established name. You got to give him the respect. His former interim champion has been established name for such a long time at lightweight, and you guys now acting like you guys acting like Paddy is a star. Paddy ain't a star, people think Paddy is a star. He ain't, So he might win this fight. Don't get me wrong. He probably win this fight, but man, give some respect to Tony, man. What's up with these people? Hype junkies.
Completely agreed. Let me get some comments, guys. There's some funny ones here. This is a good question. Do you have a surprise pick? Yeah, I'd have to think about this more, but Nickel, I think, could. I mean, Nickel's just amazing at wrestling, right? Marcel and Adam, do you know where the UFC is going December 2? Yeah, the rumor is Minneapolis, right? But Dana said that's not happening, so we don't fucking know. What if Tony clips Paddy? I mean, it'd be fucking glorious. I would love to see Tony win. Wouldn't you love it, Marcel?
Well, what was the question? I'm sorry, I was a little
bit
off.
What if Tony clips Paddy?
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know what happens, and it's a possibility. Don't get me wrong, So, but man, I don't feel comfortable betting Tony at this moment. You know what I mean?
Fair enough. Real talk, Bo would struggle to beat Chris Kurz. I know Chris Kurz has good takedown defense, but I think Bo would probably beat him. Paddy's minus 380. I'm not surprised he's favorite, but that's a lot. All serious, what does Paddy do after this? He would fight a top 15 guy, I think. I don't think Tony's ranked anymore, right? Or is he ranked still? No, he's not. How much lower of a fighter? I mean, Tony's still a big name, but you're right. I mean, 6 straight losses. There's not much lower than that. What's your favorite dip for fried chicken? I guess that would be honey mustard. I don't know. I don't know if I dip it. You mean on top of the thing when it's a sandwich? Yeah, or some hot sauce or something. I'm starting to get really. I haven't even eaten anything this morning. It's almost lunch. I'm fucking starving, guys.
Yeah,
why did you say that, Dirt Show? I'm fucking starving now.
Stop talking about good stuff, man.
We got our boy Zach in the chat as well. Zach says Paddy gets Ben Davis with the win. Oh God, don't want to talk about that. Listen, Ben, don't have an issue with the guy. He's a social media influencer, but come on, guys. He walked in the cage and got knocked out in a minute. What a guy like Oscar Willis did, the guy for Mac Life, he actually had a full training camp and actually knocked his opponent down and beat him in a 3-round fight. That's way more impressive. And no one talks about Oscar because he's not as popular on Twitter. But to me, what he did was way more impressive. And same with the Casey Layden guy from Fighting. He also had a fight where he took the guy down and beat the shit out of him. He actually had a legitimate training camp too. So that's just my opinion. I mean, again, not hating on Ben. He did what he had. He did get in the ring, but that fight was a joke, dude. Literally, it was a joke. The first punch that landed, the referee just stopped the fight, And the mouthpiece didn't even fit. I mean, anytime a guy's mouthpiece doesn't fit, he didn't take it seriously. I always say that. Well, there's going to be Apex. Yes, there's going to be, I've heard, one card a month at Apex. Is that right? Something like that? Is that?
Yeah, something like that,
yeah. Why is MacLife still allowed to attend press conference? I mean, that whole thing with McGregor throwing the dolly was weird. But again, it's McGregor privilege, right? So. Shavkat, Rakhmonov, Stephen Thompson. Shavkat's a big favorite. He should win this fight. I think I agree with that. De La Rosa, Aldrich. Yeah. I mean, I like De La Rosa, though. Definitely a cute. Her original opponent was Stephanie Egger, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that was supposed to be Maria Agapova, but Agapova had visa issues. So, yeah.
I don't know, but this is a weird one. But I've always liked Montana, though, man. She's a pretty tough girl, good wrestler. So, yeah, tough one. I mean, it could be an even fight or something at the odds. I wouldn't be surprised either way. Oh, I love this fight. Cannonier deletes it. Now, it's not fair to Cannonier because he has the win over Strickland and he just beat the crap out of Vettori, but it is what it is. I thought this would be a 5-round main event, though. I'm not gonna lie about that. I'm a little surprised it's not 5-round main event, but
it's actually UFC doing Jared dirty, in my opinion. You
It
let him
is.
fly over to Australia, let him make weight, and then you got to give him the number 7 in the rankings. I mean, like, that doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? It's good for Dolitze, don't get me wrong. He lost his opponent with Bronson, but yeah, it sucks for Jared. You know what I mean?
Completely agreed. Jake Matthews, Michael Morales, love this fight.
Yeah, that's a good one.
This guy wins.
So,
Morales.
Before people are going to ask, Morales said in an interview with UWC, I think, that he was going to fight Randy Brown on November 18th. But Randy Brown never got that fight offered to him from the UFC.
Oh, okay.
So
I did see that a few weeks ago. I think someone tweeted that out, right? That never happened. Mm-hmm. He did an interview, actually, I think, where he said that, right? So
yeah, for UWC, I think, a Mexican thing. I don't know.
I'm with this guy, though, with Cotto. I think it should have been Dolidze and Kopylov, personally. That would have made more sense, for me. Who's been fighting now with Shavkat booked. I don't know what Usman's going to do. I mean, he's in a weird position. He might just be waiting for, like, the loser of Colby and Leon. I don't really know. I mean, they could do a trilogy with either of those guys, I guess. I maybe Bilal, but Bilal's probably going to next time. I don't really know. I honestly have no clue. Rob Font, Davison, Figueiredo, great fight. Davison moving back up to 135. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how he's going to look at 135. I'd have to think about it more, to be honest with you.
I had to laugh when I saw Davison Figueiredo's announcement on his Instagram. He called Rob Robin.
Robin Font.
Yeah,
is that his full name? Is it?
I don't know. Name? I think it's Robert, actually, but I have no idea.
Robin. That's so funny. Khalil Rountree, Azamat Mirzakhanov, love this fight. Man, Mirzakhanov's a beast, but I would honestly, Khalil's looks so good lately. I would probably lead his way a little bit here. I don't know what you think, but
no, I'm definitely going Mirzakhanov. I think
I love Mirzakhanov, man. He's fucking good. Maybe he does. I have to think about it a bit more. Pervola and Benoit Saint-Denis. I mean, both guys have looked fucking amazing. I would imagine this opens up the card, right? Like it should, right?
It should be on pay-per-view. This one, I really like this fight. I think Pervola proved himself against Dober.
Yeah.
I was because Azatara was like, it's a good win. I picked him in that fight as well, but I was like, I don't know if you can do that against the better guys, And then against Dober, he did. And Benoit Saint-Denis has been nothing but great since that loss against Zaleski. So, yeah, all good. This one,
amazing fight. Amazing fight. I'm kind of leaning Benoit. I got to be honest with you. He's just so good, but I think Fervola is awesome, too. Pantoja, Royval, this is announced. Rematch.
We got to retract a little bit here because we said it's stupid for Royval to do the how do you say, the backup for the fight for Pantoja Moreno, and he actually got the fight. I didn't expect that to happen, so good on Royval,
Yeah, we were wrong about that. We're not always right here, that's for sure. But Pantoja's the favorite in this fight, obviously. He already won. Leon and Covington, I think we've talked about this enough. Leon, I think what is the odds? I think Leon's slightly favored right now, but yeah, close fight.
I give Covington a good shot, dude. I think it's a close fight.
Yeah, it's close. It's like minus 135 for Leon. I would lean Leon a little bit, but is that actually his arm or is that Usman's arm?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Oh, I love this fight too, man. This one definitely gave me a hard on. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Yuri Prochazka against Alex Pereira. Dude, I mean, it doesn't get more exciting than this, right? Like, really. Dude, I'd rather watch this than, well, I'm not gonna say anything, but yeah, this is fucking awesome. I mean, you got two guys that just, will just put on a war. I'm leaning Yuri though, man. I think I have to, even with the injury, I'm leaning Yuri. I love both guys though.
Adam stood 10 inches in front of a mirror, and his dick still touches the glass. Yeah, I mean, I like the fight, but I'm still not full after Pereira getting a title shot after one fight. But I like the fight for sure.
Yeah, it's just a great fight. So how can you complain about this fight? You know what I mean? You can't. Puna Soriano, Dustin Stoltzfus. This looks like they're giving Puna a winnable fight to me to keep him on the roster. Yeah. I mean, I was surprised at the time when Roman beat him, but I think Puna wins this fight. Miche, Julia Alva, two women that had kids. Julia Alva just had a kid last year, I want to say. Man, I don't know. This is a weird ass fight, bro. Julia Alva never fights, so.
I love what Misha said. Going for a next for a last run while she turned down Irene Aldana. But yeah,
can I actually pick Misha to win a fight? I might have to.
I'm not going to do it. No, I don't.
I don't even want to think about this fight right now. It's just a weird one. The rematch between Chavez and Lacerda. Yeah, he's got that dog in him. I would lean towards him again. although it was obviously no contest. These are some from last week. David Onama against Lucas Alexander. Fun fight. This guy, Kyle Machado, shouldn't be in the UFC. He might have. The sad thing is he could win this fight because Mick Parkin's not great, but Mick's already wanted to fight in the UFC. He'd have to lean his way. Daniel Wood and Muhammad Naimov. I'm a little surprised this is the fight, to be honest.
It's a short notice fight, man. I think Wood took it on short notice. So yeah.
Okay, well that makes sense then. I like Naimov's knockout, but like he was losing that fight to Malarkey. I don't know. This is weird. I guess I would lean towards Wood. I think right with the wrestling and everything. Yeah. Emmers Bazooki, a fun fight. Emmers probably is going to be favored here, if I have to imagine. Sabatini Lopez, the odds are open this one. I think, yeah, it's like even money or close to even. Lopez might be a small favorite, but
something is good, man.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's just tough, and it's good style of matchups, right? Mateusz Rebecki against
a crazy one.
Love this fight, but honestly, Mateusz Rebecki is so good, bro. Like, again, how good is his wrestling defense? We'll have to see, right? Yeah. Jamie Lynn Horth and Veronica Hardy looking good in this picture right here. Good for Dan. He's got to be like 40 something, and she's like 20, 28. Okay, so good for him, man. I think Veronica probably wins, right? She looked amazing in that last fight, right?
She really looked good. Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, she looked good in more ways than one. There's no doubt, right? So, Javid, this is official now. The rebooking?
Yeah.
Obviously, Javid's going to be favored.
Yeah.
Lisboa Ravina. Who's the Ravina Oliveira? I don't really know her.
Yeah, they recently signed her. She's
Lisboa girl had that win over Jessica Rose Clark.
I like her a lot.
Yeah. Eduardo Mervis Montserrat Ruiz. Oh, she's getting another fight, eh? Ruiz, the bunny girl.
Short notice.
Yeah, I don't know about this one. The Moore girl looked good, but again, this girl's a good grappler, so I don't know. She's
I'm definitely
so
picking Mora 100%.
Yeah, I would have to too. Alien Press versus Lucia Pudlova. Kind of a weird, right?
This is like a fight. Who gives a shit, But yeah.
Perez should win. Zhang Minyang, Brenton Ribeiro. This Brenton Ribeiro guy would lean towards.
Yeah.
Ismael Bonfim and Vince Michelle. Ismael Bonfim might lean towards.
Vince Michelle low key looks like Cub Swanson, man.
Does. Saeed Nurmagomedov and Muin Gafurov. Is this opening the main card on the pay-per-view? Is that true?
No, I see they changed it on ESPN. I think the opener is Mokaev against Elliott, and this is the second fight on the main card. They do 6-fight main card, I think.
Yeah, because it starts earlier. Yeah, I mean, good fight. I like Muin, but Saeed, has more experience in the UFC, probably wins it. But
yeah,
Muin's pretty good, man. I don't know. A couple other ones, maybe. Oh, this is over. You know what? We'll just stop there. We'll take a few other questions here. I do want to get out of here in a minute, though. I know it's a shorter show right now, but it's just like a bonus show. If anyone has any last-second questions, throw them in the chat. We'll answer them. But I do have to get going in a second here. Anything else did you want to talk about, Marcel, really quick before we do get out of here?
I don't know about not really, to be honest. So if you guys have any questions,
yeah, we'll give you guys a question for a couple minutes. But again, I do have to leave, unfortunately. So I can't stay much longer. But if anyone has anything they want to talk about really fast, anything grinding your gears, let me know. If not, we'll get out of here earlier, which is fine. Again, we'll be back next Monday. We'll do the Grant Dawson and Bobby Green preview. Actually, we'll probably do another short one too, Marcel, where we just do some fight announcements or something like that next week.
Yeah, sure thing. Why not?
Yeah. Is there any questions? Don't really see anything. Okay, so I guess we'll just end it here then, Marcel. I think people got what they wanted answered. I was waiting for our boy Pato to ask a question. It's funny, Pato always asks the questions when we're not doing the Q&A, and now he doesn't have a question. I love it. Give you one more minute here. Okay, Walt Harris Orlovsky, that's not the fight.
He's going to try to guess. No, it's not Walt Harris, and I'm not going to say anything anymore about the fight. It's not my
Marcel,
scoop, so.
I'll be honest, Marcel did tell me off camera just now. I had to pay him $5, but he told me, so it's just a mid-fight. It's a mid-fight, right? Would you say that?
The thing is, like, it's not my scoop. I got it told, so I cannot say it. If it was my scoop, I would say it. I don't mind, but it's not my scoop, so I'm not gonna say it.
Fair enough. All right. Is there any questions? No, we're good. All right, guys. Let's end this podcast. We appreciate you guys joining in, talking to us about UFC and everything else. So appreciate that to our devoted listeners here. And like I said, back next Monday. Marcel, anything else you want to say really quick before we get out of here, my friend?
Guys, thanks for watching as always. A little bit shorter than normally, and we'll be back next week with some Q&A probably, and the preview for Vegas 80. So that's it pretty much.
There you go. So thanks again, guys. Appreciate you joining us. today for the podcast, and we'll talk to you very soon. Have a good day, everyone. Peace.
So